What's up, family? Man, I want to have a heart-to-heart with you guys this morning. Man, I've gone through a lot. You know what I mean? I've gone through a lot. And a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, I've had to learn the hard way. Man, Elijah, there's life lessons here. Stay with me. We're going somewhere. And so a lot of my stuff, my trauma, my baggage came from understanding love. And this video is for the lovers. This is, man, I really don't talk too much about lovers, you know what I mean? But this is for the lovers, you know, for those people that want to be in love. Those people, man, that are in love, those people that are praying and trying to manifest their lover, their man, their woman, man, this video is for you. You know what I mean? Man, and I bless each and every one of you. One of the things that I struggled with in regards to that was that, man, I never quite got why people were so scared of being in love. I was terrified of being in love. And I was terrified of being in love. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. It's going to make sense in a second. I was terrified of being in love because of all the hell that I've gone through. You know what I mean? And I've gone through a lot of shit, you know? But in regards to the women that I've been in relationships with, I never quite understood their issue when it came to love. Their issue when it came to me. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And one of the things that I've learned was that, man, I have to give the love. You know what I mean? Stay with me. It's going to make sense. And what I mean by that is that love is supposed to be like a sanctuary, you know, a resting place, a safe haven, you know, and that's what my love was this sanctuary, this rest haven. And we look at church and we say the church is a sanctuary. That's what your love is supposed to be. That's who you are. That's how those that come to church and they're like, I'm in the presence of God. I could just sit back, I could relax, I could just, woosah, and blah, 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 blah. And I don't have to be judged, and I don't have to worry about anything. This is a place where sick people get healed. This is what, man, I'm just tired, I'm exhausted, blah, blah, blah. And just being in the presence of the church, being in the presence of God, I could just, I could let my guards down, I could do da-da-da-da-da, and I don't have to worry about getting killed. I don't have to worry about somebody sticking a knife in my back. That's how the sanctuary is supposed to be. That's not how church operates today. I get it, I understand that. And God had to show me. That's why people have such a hard time in relationships. That's why people have a hard time being in love. Because the church, the sanctuary, is supposed to symbolize, reflect being in the presence of God, a safe place, a non-judgmental place, a place where you could be you and, man, you don't have problems with being you. If there's nowhere else where I can feel comfortable, if there's nowhere else where I can feel safe, man, I ought to be able to feel safe in church. And what God had to show me is, Elijah, look at your life. Look at the hell you've gone through. Elijah, you were molested as a 6-year-old kid. Where were you molested? Of all the places that you should have felt safe. You should have felt safe in the church. And you should have felt safe in your own home. And you were molested in both places. Why were you molested in both places, Elijah? Because it was to disrupt your sanctuary. It was to disrupt your trust. And there being a place where you can always feel comfortable. There being a place where you can always let your guard down and feel safe and protected and cared for and loved and nurtured. See, when you were molested as a 6-year-old kid at church and then again at home, it disrupted your whole fucking concept of a sanctuary, of being safe. And so many of us, talking about lovers and being in love, so many of us, we've been so fucked up and we've been so dogged out, we We're afraid of being in love because we've been hurt before. We're terrified of being in love because I've dropped my guards before and I've gotten fucked over. I've let my walls down before, and this motherfucker took that information and used it against me. That motherfucker took the information and beat me over the head with it, and he judged me with it, and she did it, and so now I don't feel safe in love. Now I don't feel nurtured and protected and cared for. Even in love. Even in love, I don't feel like you really got my best interest. Even in love, I'm still guarded. Even in love, I still got my head on a swivel, waiting for the next shoe to drop, waiting for you to fuck up and for you to dog me out. So we're terrified of being in love because we've been damaged and hurt so many times. We don't believe that this person is going to provide for us, not only financially, but emotionally. And see, that's the scariest part. See, we hook up with people that got jobs and went through and they got a little bit of change and blah, 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 blah. And it's like, okay, they pay these bills and I pay this part. And there's even those people that we've hooked up with financially that have fucked us over financially. That's left us out high and dry financially. And so that fucked up our whole concept of trusting. And so, what God had shown us, Elijah, the women in your past, they've never really been with a man. They don't know what love is. They don't know how to be in love. They don't know how to feel comfortable. They don't know how to let their guards down. They've never felt safe. And no matter what you do, they're still not going to feel safe until they learn to let go of their issues and deal with their stuff. But see, Elijah, what your love is supposed to do is create an ambience, an atmosphere, a sanctuary where they can come, sit down, rest, relax, cry, and release whatever it is that they've gone through, and to begin the healing process so that they can continue their growth and development. That's what our love is supposed to do. But it doesn't always work that way. And it doesn't always work that way because everybody don't want to deal with their bullshit. Everybody don't want to sit back and learn to trust. What God had shown us, Elijah, when you come in my presence, you know you're safe. Elijah, when you come in my presence, I'm going somewhere, stay with me. When you come in my presence, you know you're protected. You know I got your back. You know can't nobody fuck with you when you're connected with me. You know you could come here and you can whine and cry and bend and just let it go. And I'm not going to judge you for it. We're going to have some heart-to-heart conversations. You might not like what I have to say, but you're going to know that it's out of love. You're going to know that I always got your back and I always have your best intentions. Elijah, how you feel when you're in my presence, how you feel when you're venting and you're just releasing all of the negativity, your hurt, your pain, your disappointment, how you feel, Elijah, when you're in my presence. It's how your women or the lady that's in your life, that's how she is supposed to feel when she's in your presence. Ladies, when your man come into your presence, that's how he's supposed to feel. Like you got his back. Like you're his sanctuary. You're his resting place. You're his place he could stop and put down his shield and his sword and take off his helmet because he's been out battling in that war all fucking day. And now he's home with you. And he shouldn't come home to you and have to go to war again. He shouldn't have to come home after being out in the streets battling and warring all damn day and come home to you, to your chaos and your drama and your trauma, and he has to go to war again. We're going there today. And that's why so many of us fail in relationships. Because we've never learned how to be a sanctuary. We've never learned how to be a resting place. Because we've never really dealt with our bullshit and our trauma. And so we don't know how to be nurturing and loving and compassionate. And so many of us, we're addicted to the fucking drama. We're addicted to the drama. We're addicted to the fucking chaos. And everything could be going nice and smooth and easy, and we'll fuck it up. Because we're uncomfortable in that place called peace. We're uncomfortable in that place called joy. And so we have to create some bullshit. We have to create some tension. Just so that we could feel comfortable. Just so that we could feel normal. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. We have to understand that regardless of whether you're a man or a woman, when you get in a relationship, and here's the clicker. Here's the hard part. So many of us, we look to jump in relationships because it's a distraction, and we need to be in a relationship because we need that validation and affirmation that I'm okay. And what God had to show me is no. That's your bullshit. And so you go into this relationship seeking validation, seeking affirmation. You're not looking for peace. You're not looking for joy. You're looking to continue the drama. You're looking to continue the bullshit of being validated. Because you're terrified of being alone. You're not really looking for love. You say you want love, but you're not ready for love. You're not ready for love because you won't deal with your bullshit. You won't deal with the shit that causes the trauma, that causes the pain in other people's life. You won't deal with the bullshit that you're always having to create some fucking bullshit and tension in your relationships. You're not a sanctuary. You're not a safe place. You're not a resting place. You're a great place to come and fuck. You're a great place to come and get something to eat. But you're not a great place to be able to lay my head down and trust that everything is going to be okay. That you really have my back. You really have my best interests at heart. I can heal here. I can lick my wounds here in your presence without you judging me for being fucking weak. Without you judging me for being emotional or sensitive at this time. as I bandage up and heal my scars, as I pull out the knives from my back from people that I've trusted. Are you a safe place? Are you a safe place? Can I divulge my secrets to you? And I know you'll take them to the grave. Or are you like Delilah? Samson was a great warrior, and he was in love with Delilah. And Delilah was plotting the whole time. Delilah was pretending to create an atmosphere of trust. Come lay your head down, my strong king. Come lay your head. Let me caress your head. Let me caress your shoulders and massage your back. Let me rub your feet, 'cause I know you're tired. Talk to me. What's your secret? Listen, Delilah was plotting the whole time. See, many of the people that we hook up with, they're Delilahs. They ain't really got your best interests. They don't really love you like that. They don't really give a fuck about you, if the truth be told. They want what you got. They don't want the peace. They don't want the joy. They don't want the anointing on your life. They want the financial things you have. They want the physical things you have. And by any means necessary, they gonna get your shit. You just another mark to them. You just another come up to them. Talking about lovers. Are you really a lover? Or are you a Delilah? Guys can be Delilahs too. So a whole lot of guys run around that are Delilahs. They want to hook up with you because you got a place to stay. They want to hook up to you because you're a great fuck. They want to hook up with you because you can cook them something to eat. You got a little change saved up. You provide some stability for them. And so they see you as a come up. They ain't interested in your growth and development. They ain't interested in your healing and your growing to the next level. They don't give a fuck about your emotions and what you've gone through and your trauma. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. Are you that person? Are you really that person that can provide an emotionally, spiritually, and physically safe place? An intellectually safe place? See, because you don't get that from me. I'll be your sanctuary. But can you be my sanctuary? Can you be my resting place? Can you be my place where I come and heal and bandage up my wounds? It takes great trust. It takes a lot of faith to be able to rest in somebody's ambiance, rest in somebody's, how can I put this, somebody's presence like that. It takes a lot of trust. It takes a lot of faith. And most of us don't have it because we've been damaged, because we've been hurt, because we've been betrayed. Create a beautiful atmosphere of love. So people just come to you and just feel safe in your presence. People come to you and just want to talk and vent and just exhale all the negative energy they've been holding. And for some of us, man, people feel like that with us. But for us that are empaths, a lot of us, we don't have that. We don't have that ambiance, that place where we can go and rest and heal. We're that way for so many. But we haven't found that for ourselves. My hope and prayer is that you find that. You become that. You become that sanctuary. That's what it means to be a beacon of hope, a beacon of love in a dark world. And oftentimes you're going to be the only light. So you're not going to have a safe place. And it is what it is. When you look at the great teachers that have come before us, Jesus, there was nobody there that created that ambiance, that atmosphere, that resting place, that safe place for him. He was that for everybody else. Nobody was that for him. I've been that for so many. I haven't found that for me. Not yet. Not that I know of. My hope and prayer is that you become that beacon of hope, that beacon of love for the world. And in the process, you find your beacon of hope and love, your sanctuary, your resting place, where you go and lay your head on their chest and be in their arms, where you could just woosah, relax, and let it all go. Where you're protected and nurtured and cared for and provided for. Where you feel safe, where you feel loved,